I came up in the field. I came up in the field. 30 circle. You know the way. I took my cleats off from calling plays, I came up in the field. Gotta keep the monitoring spirits off because they just keep it tight. Cause when you having shit your way, you gotta keep it silent. You gotta show them folks you grind and celebrate in the press. Stack your money up real high, get a bitch and disappear. Don't take your goofy ass outside if you got no business with you. Don't tell nobody all your move, keep your motion to yourself. Live every day that you got here like it's the last one left. Hey, all I push here, P, feel like I'm Percy Miller. I'm from the trenches, look out my door, you probably see murder. These streets might give you what you want, but they'll never love you. They'll take everything you own, and they'll leave you nothing. Cause when you work hard in the paint, you must maintain your pivot. Niggas think they ball forever, but only get 3 seconds. Nigga get flagrant with these files, I'ma have to tell them. Cross that line too early, I'm shooting, that's a violation. Splash Brothers from long range, we'll hit your meal tape. Go back to the crib and kick shit, hood nigga Kumite. I'm gon' crash by my respect, I take that to the grave. I'm gon' do this not myself, call me Super Dave. I took my cleats off from calling plays, I came up in the field. Gotta keep the monitoring spirits off because they just keep it tight. Cause when you having shit your way, you gotta keep it silent. You gotta show them folks you grind and celebrate in the pride. Stack your money up real high, get a bitch and disappear. Don't take your goofy ass outside if you got no business with you. Don't tell nobody all your move, keep your motion to yourself. Live every day that you got here like it's the last one left. Watch me finger roll your hoe, just call me George Gervin. I used to serve it hand to hand, but now I hire workers. A Georgia boy take out your knees, but I ain't tired girly. Cocoa butter and bath and body, I like my bitches girly. I want loyalty and respect, and you can keep your love. I got my foot on these nigga neck and I ain't letting up. Ain't no op ever did shit, they just be talking tough. Right now I'm focused on my vision and I ain't letting up. Pull out the shiesty in the blicky, yeah, my pockets getting empty. Born with the grind on me, but this ain't no pretty Ricky. Amen, God shined on me, but I ain't no Sherman Hemsley. I got that 9 on me, hit the other team like Denzel. I took my cleats off from calling plays.
Hey, good morning. We turned up in here this morning, man. I hope y'all feeling good. I hope y'all feeling amazing. We are tapped in. We are locked in. We are back with another episode of DaOnes Detective Agency. Good morning, good morning, good morning. We are locked in. We are tapped in. We are rocking. I ain't send no reminder out this morning. Yup. I ain't send no reminder out this morning. Cause before we get into that, man, let's go ahead and get to the water cooler. Y'all know we come in, we speak to each other, and we get to the water cooler. Let's do it.
Welcome to work, detectives. It's time to start another day. Warm up with your friends and get yourself together for the case.
We in the water cooler. We at the water cooler at the job, man. It's your boy, Uno the one, Jenny Hardheaded, son, the lead detective. I'm still currently on probation because I still be arresting people with no information. That's me. Oh, well, if I feel it in my gut, we gonna lock your ass up. That's what we talking about. That's what we talking about here. And yesterday, y'all know we had the case of Mr. Hilton, the Georgia, Florida strangler or the serial killer. He had done, yesterday we realized he had done did some horrible things to Miss Meredith and Sister Cheryl. If you see any of your detective friends that is not available or ready for services today or work today, go ahead, hit them up and say, hey, we working the case. We finna start the case. Uno being a peasy head today, he ain't sending out no work reminders. Y'all know I ain't sending out no work reminders because I be having a lot of people complain. Y'all, so this real shit. We at the water cooler. Y'all know we talk real shit in the water cooler. Y'all, do I upset? Y'all know I'm a content creator. So what I want to do is get my product out. I send out little messages. I send out a little text message or DM on Facebook. I send out a little DM on Facebook and be like, hey, the case or whatever. I give them a little synopsis, a brief little rundown, and boom. Some people react and be like, all right, I'm on the way. Like my girl Muff. Sorry to my girl Muff. I don't know if she in the building yet. We ain't do no roll call. Modesty be like, I'm on the way. Okay, Bill, I'm on the way. But I ain't do that. I ain't do that today because those two people might be like, yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, I'm on the way. That's cool. But I'll have 4 or 5 other people that, oh, you need to stop sending me this. You flood my inbox and oh my God. So I stopped. I stopped even communicating with a nigga. I say his name, Kendall Spencer. I stopped communicating with him. Bro used to send me his messages, and by his music being released, and I heart it, but no problem. Even when he lost his arm, we donated to the goddamn GoFundMe situation, $250. Cause I was just being like, damn, bro, I seen bro grinding. He was trying to do the real thing. He got in an accident. I know his kids, his wife, and whatever. Cause they some good people. Shawty had put out a little GoFundMe. I dropped some money on that. I sent bro when I was doing the morning show. I sent him the DM because that's what I do. I send the DM out. I sent the DM out. Bro, he got on his live like, oh, nigga be sending me live. I don't want to know what you're doing. I don't want to know what you're doing. You ain't my nigga. You ain't support me. This right after I sent the 250 to your GoFundMe account. Bro got on there dissing me, talking big shit about me, so I addressed it right there on his live. He blocked me after that. Heard little brother made this music about me and everything, but it cool, because I got a diss record about him that'll goddamn, y'all hate me for it. But I had to make a decision like, you know what, bro, right. Even if he sent me his shit, I don't have no right to be flooding people inbox with my shit, bro. If you're a content creator, you gotta let them folk gravitate to who they like. So that's why I just really was having a reflective moment like yesterday, because last night, y'all, I had been up for about 37 hours straight. I got me some sleep last night. I went to bed about 4 in the morning. I slept till about 7:30, almost 8 o'clock. So I got me some sleep last night, well, this morning. But usually when you send them DMs out to folk, man, they are receptive and they were like, okay, I understand what's going on. But then I have 4 or 5. I had a homegirl that I thought was my real homegirl. I sent them my shit for this, but stop sending me that, Uno. My fault. So that's why I'm trying to get away from dropping them DMs. I'm just gonna see if people naturally gravitate to what we got going on. That's cool. If they don't, that's cool too. Ain't no love lost, man. I ain't the one that's gonna cry about people who don't support. I'm just gonna always show the love to the people who do support. So with that being said, man, let's go ahead and get this thing kicked off. We got to get into part 2. But before we get into part 2, y'all know what's up, man. Make sure y'all hit the Highway Collection, enter the discount code UNO, and receive additional discounts on selected items. I don't even have to tell you about it. I just want to show you about it. Let's get to it.
Hey, G, this shit hard. Fuck, nigga. Steve-O go crazy.
She like my lingo, like the way I talk. She like a nigga style, the way I put it on. And she can tell a nigga pay, don't have to show it off. But she can tell by all these sticks that I'm a fucking boss. She love the way I smell, she love a nigga fragrant. She see the way I hustle, love the way I take risks. She peeping how I move, she see I taught her game. Uno, the one she had a real, she can fuck with mine. Before I fell off from the wrench, I had the wrench, that mean I'm dressing well. Barbies all around me with toy bodies like they from Mattel. For those who try to infiltrate, I feel sorry for you infidels. You used to be the shit, but took a dip like Caitlin's rookie year. These women that you chasing crave my presence, we are not the same. Heavy like I'm
Triple H, but I promise I am not a game. Y'all ready to kick this thing off? Y'all ready to kick this thing off, man? Make sure y'all stop by the Highway Collection. Get you some gear. Look good. You see your boy rocking that way. I'm rocking that way. It's only one way, and that's the highway. Get in there where you fit in there. Shot with nephew, man. Shot with Young Tay White, the youngest CEO I know. Also spin by Young Tay White's page on YouTube. Be a follower. Be y'all messing with it, a subscriber. Let us know. We drop some new videos. Let us know if y'all rocking with that song. If y'all rocking with the video, put a heart in the comments on Tay's page. If y'all not, put a shit pile emoji or thumbs down. Be like, nah, Tay, I'm not rocking with that song. Y'all, let's go ahead and do this, man. It's time to get the roll call. Let's see who done clocked in.
Roll call. Hurry up, detectives. It's time to work.
Hey. my girl Detective Sharon. Sharon, I want to say, since you came in the mix, I think last week or the week before that, shout out, you ain't miss a beat. And I want to say thank you for being here, sharing your time with me, because it is important. And that's what I want to focus on, the people that like doing this, that like being here. So I'm gonna try to stay away from sending them DMs out, but I just felt like that was a way to let people know, because people be busy too. Maybe I need to start a agency Facebook group where we can talk, we can just kick flavor. You know what I'm saying? If y'all see some cases, y'all can put it in the Facebook group. Let me know. Let me know if y'all would like to be here in a Facebook. We have a little Facebook group that we can link up and interact about the show or life or whatever. It can be the agency. Y'all let me know in the comments if y'all down with that. A thumbs up. Be like, yeah, put me in. You know what I'm saying? Just put me in. That's a good idea. Yeah, I did not send the DM out this morning, y'all, because I be having a lot of people. They be complaining about it. They want to stop sending me this, stop sending me this. I never knew that just sending a reminder out saying, hey, my show, and making it entertaining. I got a show going on, because that's what I do. I'm a one-man show. I advertise, market, I do all of it. So that's a part of the crew. So I don't know. That's why I need to find another way, a better way, because I don't want to alienate the people that, oh, you flood my inbox. Hey, our girl Muff in. She said, I was in here extra early. Good morning, boo. Thank you too, Muff. You always come through. You rock with me, man. Like I said, I'm just spending a little more time on the people that fuck with me for real, like the long way, not the play way. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the love that you show. I appreciate you. And she said I was in here extra early. So okay, Sharon, I'm gonna start the agency group today. Right after the show, I'm gonna get it. You might see I'll put you in the group. We'll have some fun. We'll talk. All right, Muff, I got you in there. He next door. Okay. That's your next door neighbor. Rise. Hey, big salute to that boy Fly High, man. Good morning, Detective. We are in the building. Y'all, what y'all feel about yesterday so far? Bruh was I call him the dog hunter. That boy was using the dogs to hunt these folk down. That's crazy to me. I've never heard of that type of lure, using dogs to prey on unsuspecting women. Oh, y'all in the same office? That's what's up though. That's good. I'm glad. See, you got a good friend when you work with some good people, man. It help your day go by. It help your work shift go by. And then I found a lot of my friends at work, and I call military to work. I found a lot of my friends at work when I worked at AT&T. I had a lot of my friends. And when I was at the brick company, when I was making fucking bricks for $10 an hour, working 16-hour days, 6 days a week, mandatory, I met a lot of my friends. So yeah, when you got a good work friend or work family, it helps. But sometimes we get into that work husband and work wife. Take that motherfucker too far. For sure. Hey, look who in the building. It's that girl Modest Moments. What's up? Modesty is in the building. Y'all was just gonna let me get rolled up, huh? Yep. We writing up everybody. Yeah, you finna be on death duty. But we ain't started the case up, so we was just at the water cooler kicking it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't miss nothing. We did roll call. We in the building. What's up, Cuzzo? Love you, cuz, man. I hope you been having a good. I hope you had a good 4th of July, Cuzzo. Hey, shit, bro. We need to go ahead and make some plans, bro, for the Dallas, man. The Dallas little get together, man. Dallas fan reunion or whatever it is. We need to do that, bro. And we need to do that shit. We need to shoot toward the end of September, man. That give people enough time to get their ducks in the row, bro. And I think I'm gonna make the executive decision. I'm gonna do all of it. I'm gonna pay for all that shit, bro. I just need y'all to show up, bro. Straight up. I need this. I need this big, bro. I need this not only for me. Do I need this? I need this for my mama. And I know I'm having a personal conversation in front of people, cuz, and I know you raised me different, but it's on my heart. I want to see my people. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I just want to see my people. I pay for it. Y'all just show up. I'll pay for it. I just need y'all to show up for real. Hey, let's see. Let's keep on going. But I appreciate you being here, cuz, man. It's always love when y'all tap in. When I see my OGs tapping in what I got going on, man, it just made me go harder. And that's real shit. Hey, good morning, Modesty. Thank you for being here, boo. Somebody says she got a new phone, too. So, ooh, y'all better tap in. Follow my girl, Modesty, because you know, band camp this week, Friday. We back in the mix. We back doing our thing. I'm gonna be in the comments high as a kite. I ain't pulling no punches. Modesty know I be blazed up in the comments. Last time I was on mushrooms, I couldn't even touch my phone because it was floating. I was like, let me just watch. I was in the comments stuck like this. Hey, it's the number one side piece, Booby in the building. Hey, boo. Every time Boo come in, we gotta hit that. We gotta hit our dance. Y'all was two-stepping. That's my boo right there. What's up, Booby? Hey, and y'all make sure Shawty had posted a video. Boo had posted a video. See, when I make the detective agency, the group chat and Facebook, when I make that today, we can share. We can share amongst each other. Like Shawty made a new dance, new situation. We can repost that. Everybody can repost that. You feel me? We family. It don't hurt. It don't hurt. It ain't nothing vulgar. It ain't nothing bad. It's just an adult lady teaching a new line dance. That's the craze right now. What does it hurt to just hit share or like? You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing. We gonna get to it. Cause for real, man. Hey, Modesty said, well, I'm telling because only 2 people clocked in. They don't want their money. They don't want their money on in checks. And I know Hansie done sent the first ones out. So hey, yeah, now pull up. Now straight up. I wanna come. I'm gonna come down. I'm gonna probably come down and probably try to do something at a park, Selden, Coffin, somewhere and just have maybe some bounce houses for the kids. I'm gonna get a couple people from the hood that got down from Brunswick to got down like grill. I might get Kurt Beckley to got down, cook. Might get Nasty to cook or Jermaine Smith to cook something. Say it new to cook. All my people, they're my real people. Get them together. Y'all got a choice or two to where you want to go eat from. You know what I'm saying? And maybe have some little entertainment. Maybe we can line dance. Hey, I want to do that for real, man. It ain't no big event because it's something I want to do for my family. It's my time. It's my time to be the carrier of the generation. I'm the generational curse breaker. So my shoulder's gonna be heavy, and I'm settling into that role. I'm comfortable with that. But if it takes me to keep my family together, that's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be me keeping my family together. I ain't letting us slip. Hey, I'm coming to get. Oh, come get no plate. And hey. I'm that uncle. You got to come here, girl. Give me a hug. You know how I had them creepy ass uncles. Come here, girl. Give me a hug. You smell so good. That's gonna be me. So be ready. Hey, Modesty saying, hey. Modesty said she gonna drive down there to the city too and kick it with us. Yeah, Modesty, I put you on the spot. Y'all ready to get into this, man? Part 2. Y'all know who it is. Goddamn Hilton, the dog serial killer. We gonna pick up where he was attacking her and she was fighting off, and we gonna ride out from there, y'all. I'm finna go ahead and hit start on IG. IG don't get this part. They only get the case. Straight up. Come kick it with us on YouTube if you really want to rock with us. That's where we at with it. So everybody know that. Y'all, let's get into this case today. Part 2. I'm just a harmless trespasser.
Here this morning, police are looking for a
suspect. The only detective agency capable of handling these grotesque and obscene cases. Look no further than the Ones Detective Agency, where evidence does not matter. We lock you up and figure it out later.
Hey, what's up?
The Ones Detective Agency, with your captain, Uno the One.
and talk to them. It calms them down. It calms them down. But none of them ever did that to me.
Hilton tells the investigators that he would act much differently if put in that position.
She never once told me, hey, my name is Meredith. I mean, that's what I'd be doing. I'd be pitching a guy like hell. They don't even pitch me. Like, really, I won't say a word, just, I'd be saying, hey, listen, hey, no sweat, listen, I'll tell them you had me blindfolded all the time. I didn't even see you, nothing. I don't know a thing. I had no good. Hey, I'm not even going to report this. Hey, just cut me loose, cut me loose as soon as you can. If I can get back for big alarms raised, I'll never even report. I'd be pitching the whole damn time.
Meredith, who wasn't fortunate enough to have Hilton's instructions on how to be a victim, is subdued by other means.
What did you do at that point?
Went back to her and cut her loose. And she was not tied at all, except I put a loop around her neck.
Oh, what kind of loop?
Just a nylon cord, 300-pound test. Just wasn't even tied. It was like a loop.
I put a loop line around her neck, and just like a leash, like a dog's leash, and that's the only way she was secured, okay? And I told her that I had a gun, and that, I was going to shoot her. Now, I didn't have a gun.
Y'all, I meant to tell y'all something. I gotta put y'all in the office for this one. This one was a wild one. Let me put y'all in the office real quick.
Detective, in my office. Now.
So y'all knew I was on the West Coast, and I'm sorry, I'm deviating from the case. So y'all knew I was on the West Coast. I've been over there for the last 2 weeks. I was supposed to be over there for the 3 weeks, but I got to take my baby for orientation at LSU, and it just popped up, and she thought we can do it online, virtual, but they said, nah, Shaw, you got to come get the room key, and I want my baby to have a decent room, so I had to do what I had to do. But yeah. So I went out there. Y'all know I smoke buku weed. Y'all know I don't drink. I don't do none of that. I smoke me some reefer. That's what I do. I'm a smoker. It keep me calm, so I don't have to take no goddamn Paxil or Prozac or none of that. Mental health medicine to make me a zombie. I still got my personality. I just smoke. I might smell like a little gas. I might smell like a little reefer. But it's gonna be like reefer and Issey Miyake or Chanel or some Gucci. I smell good, but I might have a little reefer odor. I be smoking. So I went, I'm over there on the left coast, the best coast, the west coast. I'm over there in Arizona. I'm blowing buku reefer. By the police and everything. I'm feeling good. So I go to the dispensary as I do every single time I'm there. And I said, you know what, let me go to the dispensary. I ran out of reefer. The first time my daughter talking about, Daddy, get you a pen. I said, what, girl, what, a pen? She said, yeah. So I said, all right. I went in that mug. I think I know what I'm talking about. Yeah. I just want to get me a pen. It was like, what? A pen? Like you need a pen to write? I was like, yeah. What do you? She said, I said, well, okay. My daughter, she said something about a pen. She probably like, you talking about a weed vape or a weed pen or a weed unit? I was like, yeah, that's what she talking about. Because I didn't want to look stupid. So she talking about, okay, what you looking at? I say, oh, I don't do nothing unless it's the best. Bragging, talking shit. And sometimes I get the cheap shit too. Frequently I might get the cheap shit. But I'm popping. I'm popping to the little white girl, the little weed, the dispensary lady. I'm popping. I do the best, babe. Best. Don't give me no. So she said, okay, you like the best. I'm gonna get you one. I'm gonna get you a little vapey that got a sativa, an indica, and you can hit the button. You can do both at the same time. So I get it. Here it is. Here's this thing. You see it still? I put it back into the case. I put it back into the case itself. yeah, it's back in the case. And you see, I'm smoking a regular joint. Yeah. See, it come out like this here. Okay. Put that shit right back in there. See, I bought this little apparatus. And I said, I'm gonna pop the top on this mug. I bought it back from Arizona. Get out my business. Don't get to be no police. Yes, I did. Bought me a big sack of weed back. Yup. Get out my business. It ain't your business. So I came on back with it, right? And yesterday I said, I'm finna try this. I'm about to go up on this right here. So I hit that motherfucker. I say, whoo! See how you hit that little button right there? Beep. See that thing? Come on, it say pink lemonade. Boom, hit that thing again. That thing say mango. Hit that thing again like that. Bop, bop, like that right there. You get both. I hit like that. I'm a light hitter. I don't. That shit tastes so good, boy. Lord Jesus. I'm a light hitter. I don't know nothing about nothing. I don't know about it. My daughter gonna talk about, oh, they got a game on this one. I said, how you know about the fucking game? Little girl. She's like, get no, Daddy, we talking about you right now. I said, well, what is the game? She said, it's called Blinker. Blinker? I said, wait, so what you do with the Blinker game? Y'all never heard of the Blinker game with the little pins? Y'all heard of that? I said, this told me, nigga, you an old nigga. This last night told me, hey, D, bro, nah, life ain't the same no more, boy. You're out of date. Real shit. It was an eye-opening experience for me. She talking about hit the blinker. You gotta hit the blinker. I said, what is the blinker, baby girl? She said, Daddy, you gotta pull it on the pin. It'll flash when you hit the blinker and it'll make a noise. Me being competitive, I said, oh shit, how many blinkers you supposed to get? They say you supposed to get a blinker. If you get a blinker every session, you a chief. I said, shit, I smoke hella off, girl. You know your daddy been smoking your whole life. She like, Daddy, get a blinker. I said, you playing with me, baby girl? So you think your daddy a hoe? That what you saying to me? I popped the top. No, I'm not finna do it. Get out my business. No. I popped the top on this mother. I hit that button. Give me both, because I'm big dog. I'm Uno. The one, not the two. And you gotta pull that motherfucker to it. Bleep, 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 bleep. I'm pulling that bitch like the Pied Piper. I'm pulling that bitch like I'm the first chair clarinet, motherfucker. Ooh, that motherfucker start. Bleep, 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 bleep. Boy, I tried to exhale. I tried to blow the smoke out. I'm in that mud like this. They laughing. Wifey is on the floor. I'm like, I could not breathe. I'm sweating. I just got out the shower. We were eating tacos. It was Taco Tuesday last night. I'm eating my little vegan taco, but I put my shit down. I hit the blink. Bruh, I'm on the floor. These motherfuckers is laughing at me. I said, I ain't gonna lie to you. I almost jumped on my daughter last night. Cause my wife had just said in the car, cause I had the little vape, and it don't smell like no weed or nothing, and it's natural, don't have no chemicals. This the one, this the good one. I told the lady, I don't want no chemicals. That's why I'm fuck with the vape. I'm tapping the bitch in the car. My wife called me. She like, oh, you hitting that thing? You ain't hitting it like they do. You don't be having a lot of some. I said, shit, I don't do that. What them kids do, bruh? I hit them up, bruh. You see, they be back in the box. That thing back in the box, boy. They do drugs. I do not do no drugs. I'm gonna get back to Kayla and let y'all know that. Shit, they had me out here down bad.
Baby, this will look like that. And I was gonna shoot her down, and she took off running or something. Because you gotta do that, because most girls could probably outrun me. Not that fast. And after that, from then on, she totally cooperated. We traversed the Blood Mountain through the stick stuff, down through the drainage, up. She was totally cooperative with me and everything.
Let me ask you this. At this point, was her hands free?
Yeah.
Okay. You didn't have those zip tied?
No,
you just had the new
Yes, and I told her I had a pistol, which I did, but okay. I told her I had a firearm. And
she did post the dance video. That thing clean too. She was on, I think it was on TikTok when I seen it though. That thing clean, it's smooth as a mug. You know, I know how to do these line dances real. I be fucking with y'all. I still got rhythm. My kids be like, dang, Daddy, you know how to dance. Cause I don't know. Shit, I don't know. Oh, hey, let me say this too. All them old gangsters, Dallas niggas that y'all see that around, they gangsters, them niggas know how to dance too. Don't let them fool you. We all used to be dancing at Evelina, Grandma Evelina's house, and under that carport, and rapping and all that. Don't let them fool you. Red used to can dance too. All them niggas can
I
dance.
was sure by that time, and from
Mario
that time
too.
on,
Don't let Mario ass
she
fool
was
you because
compliant,
he a thug
totally
and
compliant,
Okay.
and I was solicitous of her behavior, of her.
Y'all, I'm dead serious, bro. Y'all don't know how big that shit'll be. Nah, and one thing about me, if I invite you to something, if you came to the link up, but you ain't got to spend no money. If I invite you, it's on me. I want you to be here. I just want your presence. So if I invite y'all to something, bro, for real, come on, come on. That's important to me. Y'all show up to some shit that I got going on, man, but I'm gonna get y'all pregnant. I'm gonna keep on going.
And of her comfort.
Get out my business
from
today.
then on
I'm feeling froggy today. That girl almost set me up to die.
Hilton says that he took Meredith down the mountain before tying her to another tree and again making what he calls the demand.
I told her, well, I was going to have to get her cards and PIN number out of the car, which was in her purse, under the seat.
Let me back up. Did she tell you where her purse and PIN or cards were?
Yeah.
Okay. And she told you where her cards were at that point? Or?
Yeah. She told me incorrectly, but it was just under the wrong seat. She said under the driver's seat. It was actually under the passenger seat.
Okay.
Yo, what's up? What's up? BT in the building, man. Make sure y'all stop by and follow Brandon. If y'all on goddamn on Facebook, follow Brad. He a good content creator, he an artist as well, and a clothing designer. So tap in with him. Tell him Uno sent you, man. He might get a little discount or something. What's up, BT? I appreciate you being in the building, big dog.
Hilton says he approached the parking lot cautiously, knowing there was a chance that the hikers above had called the police.
She did me wrong,
when he arrives, however, the coast is clear, and he moves his van next to her car.
So I walked her up next to her car, opened the side door of my van, and put her in my van. And then took a chain, put her in my van and laid her down. And I had...
Was it poisoning or did his daughter intentionally kill him? Y'all was gonna have to solve my case. But I was on the floor, bro. Them was laughing at me, bro, and that's what made that shit so bad. I was like, y'all ain't even really care about me, bro. Y'all ain't even care. Y'all ain't have no. Y'all was rolling. My wife, she don't do nothing. She so green bean. She don't do no drugs, no liquor. Nothing. She just straight edge. You know what I'm saying? She dying laughing. Dying laughing. Man, they talk about hold your arms up, bro. Nah, get back.
Had 2 lengths of chain padlocked to the seat mounting, the front seat mountings. 1 chain padlock, in other words, the seat mount, where the seat is attached to the car. So both those chains were padlocked by one end to the seat mounting.
What did she say to you? Did she say anything at that point?
She said, they told me not to get in the van, not getting in or in a vehicle or so. I figured it.
I was not finna hit that thing too hard. Modesty. No couch. And this, she talking about this the one, it ain't even, it's the diamond. It's the resin. And she was like, and it was a little white girl look like Velma. I know I shouldn't have listened to her ass. She had them glasses on. She was like, this one. And the way she was looking at me, bro, like, this one, like, this one, you know, it's rosin, then it's resin, then it's diamond, and then it's THC. Average smokers always worry about the THC level. And she hit me with the average. So I'm like, you know, I think I'm a big chiefer. I smoke hella reefer. I think I'm a big chiefer. Who? Give me the best, baby. What you mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? I was scared to put my little to that number. Listen, I don't want to get that shit no more. Talking about 1,000 blinkers you get. Who? Yeah, I'm gonna die on 1 blinker. I do them other ones. I finally got the biker shuffle. Oh, okay. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I like when I be seeing y'all lady be out there doing y'all little twirl, boy. Oh God, y'all be looking sexy as hell. Big, what up, Big? Big in the building. Make sure y'all follow my boy Big, man. He got a project out, Pick a Side. He got a hot single, Pick a Side. Finna drop a visual for Pick a Side. Tap in, man. Follow my boy Big. What up, Big? I got a question. When someone favorites a post on TikTok, does it make your content go to their page? I think it just saves it. I think it saves it. I don't know. Just if you're trying to make sure it go to your page, just repost. It hit repost. It'll hit real quick on TikTok. Hey, I'm green too, Uno. I might take a gummy once in the blue moon, but I slipped the gummy on Shawty. She was asleep. I got off to get some coochie. She was asleep like fuck. No. Muff, I don't know. I think you have to repost it for it to stay on your page. Yes, for sure. Yeah, B done blinked out. I almost blinked out. For real. Let's get back to the case.
And then I determined from her where her purse was, which was under the passenger rather than the driver's side.
Okay. Did you have to force her into the van, or did she cooperate at that point?
No, she protested, but
I mean,
yeah, no, she was compliant from, you know, I didn't, there was no physical force at any time after that.
Okay.
After that, up on the mountain.
Oh, okay. So she protested and said, nah.
They told me not to get in the vehicle. I said, get in the van.
I think you lied right now. Why would she all of a sudden stop fighting when she had them been fighting you so ferociously on the mountain? She had them whipped your ass on the mountain. She ain't just gonna give up and say, all right, I'm cool. I'm gonna be your friend now. I don't know, because you don't never know what you'll do in that situation.
And she went in. Okay.
Gary says that after Meredith was secured by chains in his van, he put her dog Ella in her car before.
They showing somebody. So when I favorite your shit, I can come right back to it. I can go look at my favorites. They showing somebody. They talking shit. They talking shit. I be having people do that shit to mine too.
Before heading to nearby Blairsville.
But Muff, let the motherfucker talk. Let them see. Put that shit in their face. We ain't worried about the motherfucker who don't fuck with us no more. That be our problem. That be our problem. That be drive. That be taking our light away. That be taking our focus away from what the fuck we want to do in our life. Because we got a bunch of naysayers and dick riders, coochie eaters that's following our every move. They like you. They want to emulate you. That's how you know you on a path to do something great. When you got them haters that are looking and shucking and jiving and doing all that BS. That's how you know you're on the path to greatness. Keep being great, mother.
With the intention of finding an ATM. But soon, Gary says
he absolutely fucking lied.
Got several miles away as we were driving away. And she's still voicing concern about her dog. I wanted her to be calm and, could be, and I knew she was anxious about her dog. So
I'm proud of Meredith, though.
You want her
she did brother worst way.
She said yes. So I turned around, went back, and got her dog.
Of all the details Gary has given thus far, this act of kindness is perhaps the hardest to believe, and yet the investigators
I absolutely do not believe Gary did that for her.
Know that it must be at least partially true, because Ella was finally found in Cumming, nearly 50 miles south of Blood Mountain. Then again, Gary appears to have a compassion for dogs that doesn't extend to humans.
People are enculturated and programmed to only believe that life is valid if they're doing it with others. So the problem with these poor loners, these sociopaths, is they're so programmed like that in spite of themselves, they don't know themselves. They don't understand that there's no hope for them. They don't understand that they're a round peg in a square hole and that they're never going to fit in. They don't understand that there's no way in the world that they are going to get real satisfaction out of a human relationship. I didn't understand myself until 21. Actually, when I got a dog. And all of a sudden, I was no longer alone, and I didn't have that wrenching sense of loneliness and being alone, but yet there would be no salvation in the company of others. Mm.
So he didn't want to be alone, but he didn't like people. So he was in a shit. Excuse me. I'm trying to get to my seat, but getting my seat clocked in a little late due to calls. Good morning, team. Good morning, Thea. Hey, y'all, excuse Thea. She finna be on desk duty for a little bit. She finna be on a little desk duty. Hey, girl, we glad you're here. Tell my folks you got to work your other job. We can't take no calls today.
You're alone. Your life is empty,
Thank you for being here, man.
lonely. But there's no salvation.
Yo, don't forget, y'all. I'm going to start right after the show on Facebook. On Facebook, I'm going to start the Ones Detective Agency group for the DMs. So you'll be up on what's going on because we'll be a family. We'll be able to share each other's things. We'll be able to discuss the cases. If you got a case you want me to drop, and we can just be a family like we are. If you're interested in being in the group, make sure you leave in the comments. Put me in so I can come back and I'll put everybody in on the Facebook. If you know my name on Facebook, my name is Demetrius Dallas. Go and put it in my DM. Hey, put me in so I can see your name and we can put everybody in the group. Okay? All right. We growing. We getting big.
Satisfaction in the company of others. It's a terrible. I see many. Those are the worst kind of people. They're tragically unhappy.
Of course.
He's talking about himself, though, Muff. That's so crazy to me.
Gary's thoughts on the errors of humanity go well beyond sociopaths like himself.
And there's a psychiatric school of thought that says existential anxiety is responsible for most of human neurosis. Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, because we're the only...
That bothered you back then?
Since I was 4 years old, my earliest thoughts were of death and that I was going to die.
Really?
When I was 4 years old, I could place it because of the situation I was in when I thought it. And
hey, she put one of them little Joe whippings on. You know, Michael Landon on Bonanza used to be Lil Joe. That boy used to throw them hands. They always call it was Lil Joe and Hoss. Them boys was throwing hands. They were throwing niggas all over the saloon back then, boy. Yes, sir, Risky. But yeah.
And when I was 4 years old, I can remember looking at my hand and pondering the fact that this hand one day will be a skeleton. Yeah, when I was 4 years old.
Well, what was the situation, if you don't remember?
No, it was an intellectual thought. It was the awareness of my future. The humans are the only animal that I know that really has to cope with it, although it's really hard to tell.
For what he saw.
Hard to tell, but it's a tremendous psychic load. It's the knowledge of our future non-being or the inevitability of our death is the thing that shapes our entire life.
Rather than lure Hilton back to the point, the investigators appeal to his ego.
All your travels and camping and stuff, you get by yourself, you get a lot of time to think. And
that's the thing. People
gain a lot of insight. Now,
lawyers and everyone else ask me constantly, how come you're so seemingly intelligent? Are you well-read? Are you well-educated? You're right. You hit it right on the head. That's very perceptive of you. The reason I'm so seemingly intelligent is that I, alone amongst almost anyone, including you dudes, have time to actually stop and think about things. You don't have time to stop and think about things. You are so busy distracting yourself because you're running from really the reality of this situation, which is you're going to die. And you are so busy just frantically, desperately distracting yourself with every kind of thing in the world, including your work. Now again, I'm not judging you. I mean, you're just human beings. That's all you are. You're just human beings, and God bless you.
Gary says that his time in the woods has given shape to his character.
You got time to think.
The scariest place you can be is in your head by yourself. He got a glimpse of what he truly was, and he was not happy with it. He was alone, and that voice whipped him. And that's the voice of reason. That's the voice in your head. That voice you hear. That's your signal. That ain't you. That ain't you. That's somebody. And you can hear that in your head. You can hear your thoughts in your head. That's the signal from God. That's God telling you, hey, brother. But y'all so self-absorbed, bro. That's me. I'm thinking of it. No, that's your signal. You getting your signal. And he got his signal, and he hated it. And he blamed other people. He's a sociopath.
That's one of my personalities. I'm a philosopher, I'm a soldier, I'm a scientist, and I'm an artist. And those are all...
God damn, he just described me. Don't you feel creepy when you be having so much in common with these killers? He just described exactly who I am: an artist, a soldier, a philosopher. Like what the?
Distinct personality types that represent distinctly different things, and I'm all of them.
What's your artistic side? What do you mean by artist?
Well, by artist, I mean truly in the sense of being an artist, in that you see everything in terms of not the linear, but the impression of it,
right,
and so forth. And as far as a medium goes, I'm an artist that people ask me, I tell them I'm an artist, and they say, well, what's your medium? Are you a sculptor or a drawer? Right. No, my art is my life.
That's hard.
And my art is
That's
real.
hard.
No. Laugh.
No.
I'm an artist. My art is my life, and my art is weird.
I'm actually buying into this.
Laugh. Of course, it's true. It's all true. When it's true, it's real. Well, everything I'm telling you is true. Everything I'm telling you is real. It exists. It's true.
Hilton tells them that he even made the decision to yank some of his teeth out for the purpose.
I was just wondering why he ain't got no handcuffs on too. All these killers, these serial killers, we just seen the young man that had the head in the hands in his house. He ain't have no cuffs on. The dude, the lady who abused their babies and chained them up, they ain't have no cuffs on. But the black dude, never mind. Get back to the
of his
story.
art. And of course, the
That's
standout
real,
even
yes.
more from
I hate being left alone with myself. Sometimes the other side of you is crazy, definitely for sure.
Display is what I call it. It's like chimpanzees and other apes, they do a genital display. You ever see a chimpanzee in a zoo look like that? That's a genital display. Well, they do a dental display. That's why I love my teeth. These are both artistic, philosophical statements, and they're practical too. If someone's with me, I'll go, you're pretty. Like that. It's good. Any damn deal, but they know I'm for real. I ain't no yuppie. See, I ain't posing. I got my fighting teeth in. And I present this fantastical spectacle to people, but I understand. They can't understand it because it's so fantastical. It's kind of like the Lone Ranger. And the Lone Ranger would come galloping into town. There would be all the schmuck townspeople, right? And here the Lone Ranger would be wearing this mask, a skin-tight outfit, a really elaborate two-gun rig mounted with silver with chrome pistols, and just a theatrical outfit. He'd be mounted on this beautiful Palomino. He'd have this trippy Indian named Tonto with him. You know what I'm talking about? And it's a Lone Ranger.
Nah, Tonto was the knower of the land, you jackass. He was the original man. See, he took the meaning of the Lone Ranger wrong. The horse he was riding on was supposed to be society. The Tonto was the knower of the land, the original man. He was the white man that was trying to go into the town and correct what they did to Tonto. What the fuck? What Lone Ranger were you watching, bitch?
Would ride out again, what would they always say about the Lone Ranger?
Oh God, not too much on the Lone Ranger.
They would always say, I get offended. Who was that masked man? Okay,
I told y'all my granddaddy was the most influential man that I had in my life, and I only had him for 7 years. My first 7 years of my life, but he loved me so much, I still feel it today. Bro, you doing too much, bro. No, don't play with them westerns. That's my memory of my OG. You talking he out there just gumming, guy giving out velveteen run. I got my fighting.
What I do to society.
Though many of his home videos show Gary alone with Dandy, some of them do show him interacting with others, such as this Papa John's manager who seemed less than impressed with Hilton's version of the mysterious stranger.
You tell these guys to quit terror driving. You tell them not to drive more than 5 miles an hour above the limit. You tell them to keep at least a vehicle length, at least, and it should be one vehicle for every 10 miles an hour.
If this is Hilton affecting society at large like the Lone Ranger, one can only imagine the impression he made on Meredith Emerson. But while the 24-year-old may have no longer physically resisted Hilton after Blood Mountain, she wasn't done fighting him.
I was saying that when it comes to individual human beings, the answer is really simple. I simplify groups of human beings, and you really have to, actually, to preserve your scalp, for that matter. You have to make broad judgments about groups of human beings, but always understanding that individual human beings, the answer is really simple. It really is.
The individual Hilton abducted on that mountain still has some surprises in store.
That was an absolute fact, what he just said, though. That was crazy. You can judge a group, but when it comes to the individual, it's rarely simple.
And when Hilton prepares to drain Meredith's bank account like he did Cheryl's, he realizes it won't be quite so easy.
Went to the Appalachian Bank, attempted to run the cards.
And they didn't work.
So basically, you killed these ladies to run their cards. You got $700 from Cheryl. You killed Cheryl for $700. Shut what the boy?
Didn't work. I parked across the street.
How many cards did you use?
I had 3, but I'm really not sure because she had me run them so many times that I'm not. She had me run them in Blairsville, and then I went to Gainesville, then I went to Canton, and tried multiple times. Right.
Every one of those areas, Blairsville, upper middle class to lower upper class. Gainesville, same thing. Canton, same thing. He did this in a very affluent community, 3 of them. Johns Creek over in this area too, and Johns
couldn't work. It was either invalid or unauthorized, one or the other.
Yeah, so she was trying to get your ass on the
van. I said, honey,
straight up.
Okay.
Good. That's what I'm talking about.
2 more pin numbers.
She was getting them on that camera many times as you could.
Changed it over, and I'm not sure, and this and that, and I changed it, and blah 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 blah. Go try it again. It'll work. This number, give me another 2 numbers. Not working, huh? You might as well just give it up. I don't know what the purpose of this, etc.
Meredith convinces Hilton that he may need to try at another bank.
4 or 5 times she kept trying to convince you that it would work.
She did convince me. Right. She ran me back. I'd go try it like an idiot. I'm, like some eternal optimist. I had to go other than walk the 100 yards or wherever to it, run it, come back. She'd give me some other story, right. Or another card. Right. I got 3 of them to work with. Yeah. I don't know why the reason for all this was. I told her later, I said, I'm not even going to ask you why. It's just that I'll never understand what the purpose of you been doing this for.
It may be that Meredith...
He's acting as if he just having a pleasant conversation with a girl that she just got finished fighting your ass and beating you up. Your hands, you say your hand hurt already. Come on, bro.
Strategy was twofold. One, as long as he didn't have access to her accounts, her life remained valuable to Hilton. 2, every failed ATM transaction left a digital footprint, potentially giving police a direct line to their location.
Did you attempt to conceal your face in any way when you used it?
Yes, I did conceal my face.
How did you conceal your face?
Held a towel over my face.
It's another chilling echo to the Cheryl Dunlap case in Florida. The only question is whether Meredith's resistance would allow her to escape Cheryl's grisly fate.
So when you left the bank attempts down in Gainesville, which way did you go?
Back to Delano.
Okay.
Now it's too late, and I've had it. I'm like in the shape I am now. With the MS, some days I can't get out of bed, and then some days I'm good for a few hours, and my time was up. Okay. As far as being able to function or even think.
He said he
started north with the object of getting a campsite.
He terrorized that lady.
Gary says they found a place to camp that first night in Dahlonega, Georgia, but not before a close call nearly put a quick end to his plans.
Okay. And the smoke was coming in at higher elevations, and it was accumulating rapidly. And there was probably 2 inches on the ground, on the road, very quickly. And I was losing traction and control. And then I came around a curve, and the car had sort of slid off the road, and there was a sheriff's deputy there, car with his blue light. And turned around and went back down just right past the sheriff's deputy again.
Okay.
She saw the blue light and everything, but and was only loosely secured.
Having eluded law enforcement, Hilton made camp with his hostage.
Camp there.
Is he trying to give off the impression that she wanted to be there with him? Like, no, bruh. She was only loosely secured. What's loosely secured? With something bound around her mouth and zip ties on her hands? Shut up. On the floor, chained to the seat, like you said, she was only loosely secured. Bro, you just forgot what you just said, bro. Shut your dumb ass back down, bro.
Gave her the best bag. I gave her the mattress that didn't leak. I got a +5 degree bag. Well, I had
That's what I'm saying. How you got MS? That's, man. Meredith, if Meredith had, they said she was 120 pounds. So really, she probably like 110 pounds. If Meredith had a little bit more razzle and dazzle on her, man, she would have set his ass down.
But, you know, each dog got a bag. Mm-hmm. Each dog got a 20 degree bag.
Where did you camp? In the van or out?
Yeah. She helped me offload the van. Okay. I just unchained. She was free after. She was only secured while we were moving. She was not tied up. And while we were asleep, I would tie a long length of nylon cord around her ankles, quadruple knotted, and then quadruple knotted at an anchor point in the van. That was simply to keep her from jumping up and taking off while I was asleep.
Now, I got to ask you this. Was there any...
So you did all of that. You did all of that to keep her from running off, but you said she was loosely secured in the car. Man, come on, bro. If people really listened when they talked out loud, they would see that they're contradictory of a lot of things that we say. Because he just contradicted his whole entire self. In the beginning, I remember when he said he had padlocks, four padlocks removed, and the chain was to the mount of the seat that is mounted to the car. And now he's talking about, was there any? I told y'all, man, he kept her. He didn't get no ass. He held that lady. He was raping her.
Sexual activity between you two?
No.
And keep in mind now, we will be able to find out, but I'm asking you now if it's accurate or not. Was there any sexual activity between the two of them?
Yeah.
There was?
Yes, one time, first night. I told her, honey, it wasn't forcible, but of course it was unwanted. So
right.
But it wasn't forcible.
Okay.
And I told her, honey, I told you I was going to let you go. Mm-hmm. You've run me around. You've run me all over North Georgia. Maybe put 150 miles on my van. We still don't. You've lied to me. Give me some. Okay. And he did.
Hilton says that despite being abducted, beaten, and violated, Meredith was enjoying herself.
She's not having a bad time.
Right.
And she's been kidnapped. She wasn't in mental distress other than any kind of real.
So this
I was solicitous of her comfort and everything else.
It's hard to know if this is delusion talking or simply another reflection of Hilton's disdain for women.
I mean, the last piece of I had, except for here, was in '89. Was in January of '89, and I never.
So see, he was lonely. He wasn't getting no pussy. Let's call it what it is, y'all. He was alone, not getting no pussy. The man just said the last piece of pussy he had was in '89. This happened in 2009.
You kind of dropped out of the game there. I was never so happy after I did that. Oh, yeah. Well, once you stop getting led around by the... And we all are. All of us are. That's right. That's right. That's why we become less than men. That's why we start doing a woman's agenda. Well, I'm going to tell you something, and you take it from me. Really? No, you know what you're being fooled by? You're all being fooled. You're being fooled by a woman's instinct, not her free will. Her instinct is that of nurturing. Mm-hmm. That's because she raises the kids. And you're being fooled by her nurturing instinct, and she has a soft spot for kids and small furry animals. But I'm going to tell you something. You take it to the bank, pal, and you take it from a guy that begged professionally for over 20 years. The sex that is the most avaricious, accumulative, greedy, and heartless is women.
Hilton seems to detect no.
That man mad at women because they was not fucking with him. I'm sorry for laughing. That, ladies, I hope y'all understand how much power y'all be having. That's why I be trying to tell when these niggas be getting on here, oh, woman places this and do, and be beating their chest and dick measuring. I be looking at these niggas like, well, they ain't really had no women in their life before. Straight up. Straight up. Because the woman is the most powerful thing on the earth. Religion and pussy. Money is third. War. We got a debt. America got a debt of some trillion. We ain't fighting about that. We ain't fighting about that. Let Donald Trump feel like somebody talking to messing with his woman. We going to war tomorrow. Straight up. Many brothers have been killed about the women in religion. Straight up, women, y'all got. This man wanted some of that juice. He wanted some of that box. He ain't had none since '89. He was He was thirsty for it. He was hungry for that loving. I've done some things for some pussy too, my boy. I feel you. Don't give me enough for 3 days. I'm gonna have an attitude on my mama, but I ain't gonna kill nobody. Damn, bro. Shit.
Irony, delivering this sermon on women before returning to the story of how he kidnapped one.
I determined the next day that I would go to Canton. And one reason I headed in that direction is that I had a person I knew that I thought, you know, plan B would be to try to get some money from her. She was in the...
He can't be mad with us because he gay. We can sense gay. That's why he couldn't get none for 20 years and had to take it when he finally got some. That's real. That's real. And see, he was in the service back then when it wasn't as... See, that's one thing I like about now. The gay community, they can be safe. They can be safe doing what they want to do, man. It ain't my business who y'all fucking on. Just don't try to convert my kids. Let me live my life and you gonna live your life and we can be in harmony together. But I ain't gonna force my life on you. You don't force your life on me. But I'm glad they got a safe place to be themselves. I love a world when people can be themselves. Unless you hurting somebody being yourself, like, oh, I just love to be a serial killer. Nah, nigga, you got to go to prison. Oh, I just love to be a pedophile. Nah, nigga, you got to go to prison. You know what I'm saying? But if you just like, shit, you like a man, that's you. That's you. Love, don't fold, man. But don't come and force my kid to say, that's my uncle. I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna do that. So, that's another topic. But bruh, he wasn't living his life. And like you said, Booby, I feel like ladies do know when men got a little sugar in their tank. Straight up. Because y'all be trying to befriend them and y'all, the conversation's different. It's a lot different. It's a lot of different. That woman in '89 hurt his heart. He ain't been right since. Oh God, muff. And that's what I'm saying. Men don't handle them breakups like y'all do. Y'all can goddamn go play some Mary J, drink a little wine, cuss us out, and move the fuck on us, boy. Hell no.
That direction.
Hell no.
I don't have any money.
Every other woman we come in contact with don't feel it.
Mm-hmm. I had $45 on me and spent $30 of my last $45 on gas, so I had no gas, no money.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's one reason I headed in Canton to Canton, so I could go on to Cartersville if necessary and try to get some money.
Who is this person that you were going to get money from?
The person I was calling from the gas station were in Cumming where the clothes were found. That's the call I was making. She refused me and hung up.
With Meredith thwarting his attempts to steal from her, Hilton says he reached out to a man he used to work for.
Let me ask you this. I know that you made a phone call from Marble Hill also at one point.
You mean from...
Okay. Modesty, you said you just left Cartersville now. What kind of area is that? Be honest. What kind of area is Cartersville? That man was out there where the money at. He was out there where the money at, chasing these pretty little white women and killing these white women with a dog.
my huddle house.
Right.
That was to my employer, John Tabor, to get to beg my old job back.
Right.
By the time
make us hurt, but we don't know how to shake back. It's nice and uppity. Don't do all that riffraff out there. They don't do that. That ain't Fulton County. You know what I'm saying? It's different. It's different out there. And Gary ass, man.
called Tabor. Early descriptions of the man seen with Meredith on Blood Mountain were already circulating through the media.
What's so crazy, I went back to check out Gary, and it was big on BST, whatever. Monica Kaufman was on there. She was doing the story.
Tabor not only identifies Hilton to the police, he
RIP to my favorite news lady, Javita Moore. That was my boo. I used to love me some Javita, boy. She was so beautiful. She was a beautiful black woman.
tells Hilton he'll leave a check for him at his office. Police stake out the location, but Hilton never shows.
It ain't all that. You ain't doing all that rigmarole out there in Cartersville. No, sir. No, you not.
We still need some human to
You're going to jail.
Right. Even if we're not close to them. Right. To trust them, even the business associates. I called Tabor up and I asked him, I told him I needed money and I wanted to start working again for him. And I was really sincere in trying to start work again for him.
LSU had just in the midst of that. I was like, what?
Robert wasn't getting it because I hadn't gotten any money off her. You know, I had gotten a dime. I had spent money on her. I had $45 to my name, and I'd spent $30 of it driving all over North Georgia trying to work her ATM card on the bogus number she gave me. I'd lost money on that deal. If Tabor had said, instead of trying to entrap me, I mean, what's the use of that? I mean, really. Because if they know who I am, they're going to catch me anyway. It's just, if Tabor had said, hey, Gary, they know it's you. Yeah, I know it's you. They're on to you. They're looking for you now. Because I wasn't in the paper that day. I joked about it with a girl. This is the second day or third day
He's enjoying the spotlight.
I'd had her. Second or third day I'd had her, and she still wasn't in the paper. I said, you know something? No one's even missed you.
See? He want to be known. She ain't in the paper. I got it for 3 days. They ain't putting nothing in the paper about it. You going to check the paper. You want to be on, you a dweeb.
And she said, boy, I'd be mad if once you let me go, and I came back, and my boyfriend said, have you been gone? She said, we were laughing.
She didn't say that. She didn't say that at all.
Hilton manages to avoid the trap Tabor and police set for him, and at least according to him, spent a pleasant day with his victim out in the woods.
Went to Dawson Forest and camped there, and I think we spent 2 nights there because we went hiking the next day. Yeah, we went hiking, we spent 2 days, 2 nights there. And we were 11 degrees outside air temperature there, so I had stoves going. I have, stoves to use as a heater. Mm-hmm. And I had the van going from time to time. Mm-hmm. And keep warm. And we spent 2 nights there because we went hiking one day, the next day. We took both dogs and went hiking along Shoals Creek.
Okay.
Man. We had a good time.
Okay. How did you keep her from running off while you were hiking?
No, I told her, remember 2 things. One, if you bust out through the woods, the pursuer has the advantage. Because the pursued has to break brush. If you bust out running down the road or anywhere else, I'll shoot you down. And I'm a good shot, left or right-handed, because my right hand was up, which I am. And, that was it. So she was not having a bad time at all and enjoying herself on the hike. I could tell that. Mm-hmm.
When I say you guys use narcissist wrong, this is a narcissist. You haven't encountered a narcissist yet. You just encountered a spoiled-ass lying mama's boys. You haven't really met a true narcissist yet.
Depending on how beautiful it was, we hiked for several hours along Shoal Creek.
Again, Hilton is insistent that Meredith
was
was
crazy because he's also trying to seem like a gentleman. Yes.
Kidnapping.
Yes.
A story
he
that
wants to be the victim. He's the victim of society.
And if his intention is to convince the agents that he has a heart underneath the cruelty, the conclusion to his story erases that possibility.
Modesty, look. He got flair. He got style. Look, that boy had that pink on out there. with them with on the horse, styling. Bro had sauce. You got that in common with bro modesty. See, it'd be so crazy. You be having so much in common with these psychopathic killers.
Then the next day, we got up and told her.
Yeah, he out there like they frolicking.
I'm giving you all your stuff back. I had all her stuff back.
Like they out there like this. Like boo. Like they out there like this. Nah, dog. Nah, y'all not doing that. Y'all not doing that out there, bro. Chill out, bro.
Act up together. I made a point of showing her as she always helped me load and unload, especially because my hand was messed up. So in other words, consistent with being kidnapped, she was having a good time. Other than, you know what I mean. I won't say she's enjoying it, but
yeah, he be clean.
Hey, she was into it. It was at ease, totally at ease. Relaxed.
Well, let me ask you this. Did you guys leave the site you were camping at that point?
No, okay. No, we're packing up and telling her I'm taking her and I'm going to release her.
Yeah.
Hilton says they left the campsite together, but soon he pulled the van over in another.
They're light dimmed. Once you go to the dark, once your light dim and you go to the dark, that's where you're going to be for the rest of the time.
Another area of Dawson Forest. In between, he says, there was another close call.
And there was a pickup there, and as he drove by, I waved at him. It was law enforcement.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was that close. It was that close. She wasn't even secured either.
Having once again caught a lucky break, Hilton took Meredith to a secluded spot.
Walked her into the woods.
12 came in contact with bruh 2 times while he had this lady captive. I'll sue the fucking dog shit out of them police department folk, bruh. 2 times y'all came in contact with bruh, man. This man on the killing street, he done killed buku ladies already.
Got 2 sleeping bags.
What y'all
I got in there. I got a mattress for her to sit on.
The
2
broken
bags
part
to put over
of them
her.
caused that shit.
Chain, secured it to a tree. Walked back to the van. I'm staggering around by now. You know, I'm had it. I can't even think straight. I'm just staggering. You know, I have multiple sclerosis. I'm just staggering. Went. Kind of got myself together, made some coffee and everything, walked back, and at that point she said, I was afraid you weren't coming back. I said, glad to see me, and she said, I was afraid you weren't coming back. I gave her a book to read and everything else there.
But he grabbed something else when he was back at his van, an iron bar. At long last, Hilton reveals the horrifying truth. A truth police suspected from the moment they found the bloody clothes in that gas station dumpster.
And I walked up and made as if to unsecure the chain, struck her with the bar.
What bar?
It was a jack handle, just a straight jack handle, the solid iron bar. Struck her with that. She said, no, let me go. Put her hands up. I kept striking her. You'll see some defensive wounds to her hand.
Okay.
She lost consciousness, and I kept striking her till ensure she was dead.
Hilton says that Meredith had to die to ensure his freedom.
Dang. Dang, Miss Meredith, that is, man, this bitch ass nigga.
Taking someone.
This pussy.
You're either going to kill them or you're going to get caught. It's as simple as that. In my situation, look at me. I got the dog, I got the van. I'm me. I'm famous anyway, regardless. And
you famous? I told y'all, this nigga was looking for some attention because he ain't had no pussy since 89. He a dweeb. Real deal clown. Gary Michael Hilton. Gary Michael damn Hilton. Justin Farmer was reporting on your punk ass. I remember you, dweeb. I think they did something.
Once you've taken someone, you either kill them or you get caught. If you release them, you're going to get caught. I mean, am I right or not? If I would have been sure. Math, right? Well,
you're wrong. You didn't release her and you still got caught, you jagaloon. What sense are you making, you jackass?
She seen the van, she seen the tag, she seen the dog, she seen, all she has to do is they have to put
You
that out,
called.
and 10,000 people will be calling, including Cooper.
You called already. You called.
Of course I knew it. You either kill him or you get
Let her
caught.
go. You called.
I was able to do
You
it
already
because
raped her.
of my
You already do it.
general
You're going to do an L either way.
Hilton's rage is evident as he describes what he did next.
Removed her head.
Remove the head.
With a serrated knife, which you probably have in the dumpster, I think.
A serrated knife?
Yeah, like a butcher knife or a kitchen knife, a long.
And that was in the dumpster as well. Was that? I mean, is that difficult to do, to take somebody's head off? I've never seen that done. I mean, is it? I'm not asking for my.
I understand,
right.
And it doesn't seem real. It doesn't seem real looking back on it.
I can't imagine a kitchen knife being able to do that. Is what I'm
This is
getting at.
a knife with a blade this long.
Okay.
That's serrated, and so it's a saw.
Oh, okay. I got you.
It's just sawing. All you got to do is keep sawing, 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 and then get through the joint. It's just like you would. That's what it's made for in the kitchen, to cut up meat.
Right.
Hilton says that his decision to cut Meredith's head off was purely practical.
The only reason, by the way, the head was removed was forensically.
Yeah, right.
In other words, the hair is full of fiber.
Sure. I poured liquid bleach all over her to any DNA, and I knew bleach would not destroy fibers, but that any DNA she may have picked up from my clothes. She'd been wearing my clothes for now 3 days,
right,
or something, and she, and so I poured liquid bleach over her, and again, this is not done to preclude identification or for any other reason other than at that time I didn't know that I'd even been associated with it. So and
shut down, bro. He cut Miss Lady head off, bro. This is the second time, bro. Like, this is the second time, bro. Like, and you talking about just, it was done forensically. Police done ran across this man several times, man. Hey, Miss T, what's up, boo? I hope everything good your way. Good to see you. Hey, y'all, don't forget, if you want to be a part of the DaOnes group chat on Facebook, put me in. Hit me up on Facebook, Demetrius Dallas. Say put me in, and we'll get you in. Don't forget, hey, boo. Let's get back to it, man. I got caught up in him talking, bro. Like,
I knew the body would be found sooner or later. A body in here sooner or later is going to come to light. Okay. It is. And this is not the first body that's been discarded.
Hilton's last remark seems to go unnoticed, but one could reasonably wonder if the image in his mind at that moment was that of Cheryl Dunlap, whose decapitated body was left in the woods, just like Meredith's.
Then I left, headed south to that gas station where I made the call to try to get some money. I'm down to, I think it was $18, something like that. I'm getting low on glass.
This was incoming?
Yeah, that gas station. I took her dog with me, and I found a location where I knew the dog would be okay. It's a bustling center.
Right.
And I knew that the dog would be picked up. And I also knew the dog was microchipped.
How'd you know that?
She told me. If I wanted to ensure that no one would associate the dog with her, I would have killed the dog. Right. But there's no way I could do that.
Right.
The investigators are left to wonder how it is that the serial murderer before them draws the line at the killing of a dog. But perhaps it's right in line with his life story. The ruthless wanderer with no regard for anyone other than his one trusted companion.
Crazy normal people walking around.
He's my baby.
Battery memory's probably gonna go any second. This is Tucker, yes, once more before we die. Totally Tucker. Yeah, me and the boy were running this October.
Tucker, Georgia.
92 almost daily.
Yep, sure were. But we are having a good time.
Dandy ends up being adopted by Nancy from the public defender's office, who told Iwu that the dog picked up some disturbing habits in his travels with Hilton.
He would stalk people when we were walking. He would get behind a tree, for instance, and he would watch people. And I would tell him, we're not doing that. We're not doing that anymore. We're not doing that. Come on, we're not doing that anymore.
After letting Meredith's dog free and coming, Hilton realized that he was a wanted man.
They done got Air. You took the words out my mouth. Air Bud. They got my boy Air Bud a killer. Ain't no way Bud doing that. He behind the tree. Daddy, they go one. Like what? A serial killer dog. I would have had to put him in the pound. He got to do some years too. He got to do that. He don't get to go and have a better life when he has stalked these women. He got to go do some time at the pound. He got to do at least a year in the pound.
I bought a paper that morning on Friday instead of that afternoon. She would have been alive. Because my pictures on the front page, a color picture on the front page of the AJC, looking for
But that's what you wanted.
I wouldn't have.
I remember this what you wanted though. You wanted to be famous. Now you talking about you wouldn't have killed her.
Killed her? I mean, for Pete's sake, no.
Hilton was arrested only a few hours later at the Chevron in DeKalb County. But while the man...
Ooh, that boy got arrested at the Chevron in DeKalb County. That boy went to the east side with a niggas at and got locked up. You was out there with all the white folks, all the uppity people, all the upper middle class people, all the people that's living the different lifestyle. You was out there just gallivanting around. Police missed you 2 times. You came right there to the east side. They said, "Hey, shout it, you riding around this bitch with a van with no shit. But let me yoke you up real quick, bro. East side ain't playing that. Salute to the east side, man. Hell nah, you ain't gonna play like that."
Hunt was finished. The story was far from over.
Was this difficult for you at all to do this?
Oh yeah.
I got
you.
Was it difficult at all? I mean, do you have feelings one way or the other about it, or were you just needed her for a necessity for you?
No, but it was like an out-of-body.
Yeah, Air Buddy.
Okay.
Air Buddy.
It was surrealistic. Of course it's surrealistic. Removing a head is just unreal.
Right.
Unreal. Mm-hmm. And, you look back on it and you say, that wasn't even real.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it was.
That's what unreal means. That wasn't even real.
You might say an altered state.
Okay.
I just don't know. It was hard.
Okay.
It was hard.
Okay.
It was hard. You got to remember, we had spent several good days together, actually.
Right. Well,
actually, she did not have
his time.
Unpleasant time.
But
he should do his time, and then he can go to a rehabilitation facility.
Says that he knew from the beginning how Meredith's story would end.
I'm going to tell you right now, there was never any plan to let her go.
We knew that.
I knew that if I let her go, I would be instantly out.
Once you've done it, you're either going to kill her or get caught. There's no other solution. It's not going to, And if that sounds cold and cruel, yeah, it was.
Hilton's confession is thorough, but it comes at a high price. They agree to take the death penalty off the table in exchange for Hilton's guilty plea, his full confession, and one final piece of information they need to bring closure to this horrific case.
What I'd like to do is let you now tell us where the body...
The bitch got away easy. He got away easy. No death sentence, boy. All you get a life, and you get the infamy that you so desperately desired, bruh. He got away scot-free, y'all. He got the hell away scot-free, man, and I don't like that. I don't like that. No.
He is, and try to direct us to it the best you can, and because it's very important that we locate the body as soon as we can this evening.
Hilton points out the exact spot in Dawson Forest on a map, but says the investigators may have a difficult search ahead of them.
It's going to be a little hard to find. You're going to need a dog for this, I believe.
Can you help us?
Well, I'll help you.
Okay.
It's uncomfortable for me to go there, though. I mean,
Man, fuck you. Go ahead. Sorry, y'all. It's uncomfortable for you to go back to the scene of your murder where you did what. Boy, shut your ass up, boy. You're not going for that, bro.
Hilton overcomes his discomfort and leads the investigators to Meredith's body, though they run into some minor complications on the drive.
That's not media, is it? Oh, shit. Now, how in the hell are they down here?
Oh, man. Jesus Christ.
It's an indication of how much publicity this case has gotten.
Yeah.
Publicity that Hilton is only too aware of.
I'm infamous.
You are?
My God. I mean, I've read a little of the news that my lawyers brought me a little bit, but almost, I don't really want to read it. It's true. Curl your hair, man. They don't understand that except for this rampage, I was the injured party. I kid you not. And all of society trying to get me.
Did y'all hear that? That man said, in all of this rampage, I was the injured party. Narcissism. You're not the victim, stupid. You cut 2 women's head off in the woods, left their bodies. One of their bodies never was found on accident after it had been severely decayed. Not even enough evidence to identify this person for real. And you're the victim. You're the injured party. Meredith, yeah, she beat your ass. She swung on you. She did you how you were supposed to be did. How the hell are you the victim, sir? You got to tell me that, man. Come on.
In trouble. If they had their way, they would tell lies to the cop. The cop would arrest me and send me to the penitentiary, take my dog away, and ruin my life just because they don't want to be wrong. Okay? It's as simple as that. You talk about cruel and heartless, man. And you talk about, a kill. You start getting that thing, you just rage against society.
Hilton may be disgruntled with some of the coverage, but he also seems to take a certain pride in it, such as when he recounts how he handled the perp walk.
Did you see the way did you see it on TV? Oh yeah, running. I'm the one that wants to do that. You see, I was leading them. And they'll open that door, another one will open that door, and I'm the one that just dives in head first, So kind of like a Hollywood celebrity that's been bad and now is trying to, you see what I mean? The more you limit it, the bigger demand it makes. Now, if I'd have come walking out like Eric Rudolph, they'd have said, he's a schmuck is all he is. But when I come, right, an idiot. But, when I come running out there and then dive into the car wearing the vest, it's a mistake.
The cops and the press gathered near Dawson Forest away.
See? All that boy wanted was some attention. That boy ain't never had no attention, so he wanted to get some attention any type way. Any way he knew how. Now, I'm trying to adjust his camera, bro. I feel like I ain't getting my whole situation. There we go. That looks better. He wanted to be famous, so he's going down in infamy. He went and dove into the car. You can go look that up. Gary Michael Hilton. The nigga ran out of the courtroom, dove in the back of the car. He's an idiot.
Hilton takes the investigators to the exact location of Meredith's body, only to reveal that he placed her head and clothing in a separate area down the road.
Hi. As we walk, I'm going to ask you a couple more things, okay, if you don't mind. You said that there was one sexual encounter. Yeah. Was that the only one? Yeah. There wasn't anything post-mortem, right? No. Okay.
Meredith Emerson's autopsy reveals a wide range of serious injuries consistent with Hilton's story. In addition to post-mortem chemical burns from the bleach, the medical examiner finds contusions and several broken bones. It's determined that she died of massive crushing head injuries.
24. Oh man, I want to go back. 24-year-old white female Meredith Emerson died massive crushing head injuries when she was struck at least 19 times with a blunt instrument. This resulted in a severe laceration of the scalp in association with crushing injuries to the cranial vault. Severe injuries involving underlying brain, extensive soft tissue hemorrhaging, and fractures involving the right and upper left extremities are characteristics of defensive injuries. The head was removed from the body through her mid-cervical spine, middle of her neck. After her death, and was found some distance away from the body.
Having been struck at least 19 times with a blunt instrument. At the site of her body in Dawson Forest,
Yeah,
Hilton
Bundy.
is asked one last question.
This the first time you ever done anything like this before?
Hilton's lawyer advises him not to answer, but soon enough investigators will know the truth. Hilton's reign of terror didn't begin with Meredith Emerson or even with Cheryl Dunlap in Florida.
Told you.
Where did your rampage begin?
Told you. I told you. Modesty. Remember yesterday we were talking, and I was like, oh, it's 2. I said, nah. I said, nah, 3. It got to be 3. It's more victims and more victims. This ain't just start. He was too skilled. He already had a plan how he did it. He already had a pattern. He had everything that he used the dog, poke the tire, grab him, drag him in the woods, rape him, cut their head off, leave body here, head here, bleach, decay, I got away. He had a pattern. He did what he did. Gary Michael Hilton. Call that boy up.
Can I ask you that? I mean,
Yeah, it's hunting.
right?
Okay. Yeah. I started hunting in September.
A federal investigation will reveal that on October 21st, 2007, a retired couple visiting Pisgah National Forest in North Carolina had the misfortune of running into Gary Hilton. In a recent interview, Hilton said that he spotted John and Irene Bryant as they got out of their car, accosted them, and demanded their credit cards. When John Bryant refused, Hilton says he beat him with his police baton and pepper sprayed him. Irene tried to then attack Hilton with her walking stick, and he knocked her to the ground with the baton as well, and ultimately murdered her right there in the forest. Her body was discovered a month later, but John's whereabouts remained a mystery for months.
My attorneys informed me this morning that they had found a body in North Carolina. They found a skull and a pelvis, and it's off of Old Murphy Road, and it's on a Forest Service road. And they found the body, so maybe he's no longer missing.
After kidnapping John Bryant and getting $300 out of his bank account, Hilton drove him to the Nantahala National Forest and shot him in the head.
One may say, well, you're the one that chose to make money by killing. There's other ways to make money. There's bank robbery and so forth. Well, you know, in retrospect, I regret not attempting a bank robbery. I really do. Because all of this shit got me nowhere but caught.
The authorities aren't able to precisely put his death on an exact date, but it happened relatively quickly because Hilton was alone 5 days after the Bryants vanished when that Cherokee County deputy rolled up on the afternoon of October 26th.
What you doing out here? Well, you're the fourth person to come along and ask me that. If there's deer hunters around there, I can be wearing a purple shirt, that red backpack, and they're going to tell me I'm going to get shot. But, you know, that's a common threat. They're very particular. I understand. Well, can I get your ID real quick? Yeah, you sure can. And it's in a, you see that fanny pack right there? Yeah. Are there any weapons in that fanny pack? Absolutely not, and I'm going to bring it to you. Okay. I'll wait on. So are you a hiker or long-distance camper or hiker? Hiker. I love the law, though. Hey, check it out, man. Do you need anything else there? Or? No, I'm just going to run this, make sure nobody wants you, and then probably just tell you to get your stuff and get out of here. I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm just... What, you want to finish packing up, doing what you're getting your stuff together? I'm going to go run this real quick, and then I'll let you get out of here. Thank you. Get away from him. You're loose. But I know, but you know, police officers. Oh, no, I'm fine. Dogs. I'm if she was going to do something, she would have already done it, and she's calm speaking. I just hesitate to break the law standing in front of a police officer. He's not on the leash. Mr. Hilton? Yeah. Nobody wants you. Well, if they do, it's popped up in the last 6 hours or whatever. Right. 12 hours because they were running me on 20 thinking I'm drunk. Now they're in here thinking I'm going to take one of their deer.
Because Gary's crimes took place on national forest land, he's in danger of federal prosecution, a risk he brought up several times when talking to Georgia investigators.
Wanted to. He didn't want to go to the state. He wanted to be infamous. He wanted to be famous.
I'm going to dig my heels in. I don't want federal custody. They're going to send me to Supermax. I just know they are. So it's where they send the notorious, infamous people.
Well,
okay, they're sending mine.
He want to go there.
Well, I mean, it's debatable on who calls you notorious and who calls you, you know, just a mad guy.
Hilton's guilty plea in the Meredith Emerson case sends the wheels of justice spinning rapidly. He's sentenced to life in prison for the murder on January 31st,
Can't get nothing else.
2008,
Y'all already
less than
pleaded
a
him
month
out.
after his arrest.
When you're going out to kill somebody, if you're
Too many times, Muff.
by a single other person on the trail, then that day's screwed. But when you procrastinate because you don't want to get up and kill someone, and you let it go and you say, I won't kill anyone today. We'll just go hiking with my dog, have fun. We're doomed anyway. And so you get down to the point where, well, like Meredith, I had $40 money and several days food. I was going to have to kill somebody in that period of time. Okay? And when you get down to the bitter end, you ignore all the rules you set. Part of it is I'm curious. You know, if as an artist and as a sociopath, if you're doing this, you would like to select your victims on an artistic sense. But when you get down, you procrastinate and you hit someone's got to fall. You know what I mean? But nevertheless, I want to know them and to see what, you know, who I have got, rather than just a faceless person you're going to kill. Again, I'm remorseful over Meredith because just for the fact that, if nothing else, she drove a Chevy Cavalier. I can't tell you how much I respect that.
Why is that?
Why yuppie's going to drive a little cheap white Chevy Cavalier? I asked her why. She told me sensible reasons and everything. I respected her to no end for that.
Yeah.
She didn't have a brain in her head, but hey, neither do you either.
What? What? Because she drove a Chevy Cavalier.
And sure, her life was just stupid, but
bruh, like for real, modesty. I'm back home now, so I got to work on this.
Was
I
indicted
got a few
in
days.
federal
I'm finna
court
get it
for
right.
the murders of John and Irene Bryant in 2011, and he ultimately pled guilty. He received 4 consecutive life sentences in 2013.
Listen, there's no way I can make it on the outside. I've told you before, I'd have to turn right around, walk back in here. I'd have no place to go, nothing to do.
But there's one more murder for which Hilton is being prosecuted, and the district attorney in Leon County, Florida, is determined to get justice for the death of Cheryl Dunlap.
But you tell them I'll fight it all the way, and if they want to spend $10 million to try to execute a man who's not going to live long to get executed, hey, just bring it the hell on. But I ain't going to lay down for it.
Hilton pleads not guilty in Florida, which means he will go before a jury for the first time. And in addition to hearing the physical and circumstantial evidence tying Hilton to Cheryl's murder, they will hear from Hilton himself in the form of the recordings he made with Dandy.
I've gained 20 pounds in 3 months, 3 or 4 months. 171 pounds. You don't get any.
But it's not Hilton's seeming attempt at a video blog that prosecutors want the jury to see. It's a recording from December 3rd, 2007, only 2 days after Cheryl Dunlap went missing.
We'll get some good wonderful steak for it. She wouldn't be good. Yeah, man. Your mom and dad shoot it. See, I had stuff hidden. We had it hidden. We had the stuff. There's the guns. There's guns hidden. I killed them with it. That silver. Going down here, and we're going to the park. Yeah, gonna go have a good time. Go to the park. Yeah. But first, I gotta go hide it somewhere else.
The jurors also hear mention of a man named Samuel Rail, who was Hilton's lawyer and friend in the 1980s. Rail told Florida investigators that Hilton had been an advisor on a low-budget thriller he produced called Deadly Run. Hilton, he said, was the one who came up with the movie's premise: a serial killer who releases women into the woods so he can hunt them down and kill them like prey. Despite all this, Hilton appears to be confident about his chances when he spoke to another prisoner in the Leon County Jail.
Hey, you got chopped a woman up, killed her dog up in Georgia and all that too, ain't you? Yeah, man. So, you crazy or what? No, not crazy. I looked down, he's got a little evil grin. I said, you gonna play the crazy card, ain't you?
But the evidence against Hilton is powerful. Investigators have found Cheryl Dunlap's DNA in Hilton's van, and while they were never able to positively identify the bone fragments from the burn pit, they discover a cigarette butt at the campsite with Hilton's DNA. The jury's decision is unanimous. In April 2011, Gary Michael Hilton was found guilty of first-degree murder, kidnapping, and grand theft. In a 2025 interview, Hilton confessed to Cheryl Dunlap's murder for the first time, saying he abducted her off the trails in Leon Sinks Geological Park because he was running low on food. After running her ATM card several times over the coming days, he ended her life with a gunshot to the back of the head. The judge hands him the one sentence he's been trying desperately to avoid: death. Today, almost 20 years after what he calls his rampage, Hilton awaits execution at Union Correctional Institution in Rayford, Florida. If you'd like to see select new videos early and help us keep uncovering case files that rarely come to light, you'll find extra footage and unseen details on our Patreon channel.
I think I'm finna join that Patreon so we can have some more intense cases. What y'all think? Man, Gary Michael Hilton, Georgia serial killer. He was everywhere. Everywhere. It's been 20 years since this man's reign of terror. I'm sorry for the victims, but I'm so glad that Meredith fought like there's no tomorrow. Because it wasn't no tomorrow for it. He had already abducted her. He already knew he was going to kill her. He was trying to live out his movies that he made. He was a low budget movie creator, like myself. I don't know. What y'all think about it? What y'all think about that, man? What y'all think about the case? He had already wagged in Georgia. He already pleaded out in Georgia not to get the death penalty. But Florida said, boy, you boy. I'm glad. Good shit, Florida. Georgia dropped the ball. Because that man, and he should have been apprehended. Like I think Muff said he should have been apprehended several times. It's crazy to me. Yeah, Meredith fought like hell. I'm glad too. There is a movie like that. Yeah, I forgot what it is. Hunger Games? Hunger Games, maybe? Yeah, there are probably even more victims. And what you did to the old man, you shot him in the head, cut his head off, cut his pelvis off. So you brutalized him. And you did that shit for $300, $700, and no dollars. $1,000. You killed 5 people. You killed folks talking about because you were running low on food. Bitch, they got food banks. Bitch, they got the Manor House. You can go get free meals. You got a van that you're driving around in. You can go to these places and get free meals. You weren't even thinking, but you could have went and got you a box of chicken, a family box of chicken. You could have ate on that motherfucker for 3 days. Put it in the Ziploc. Yeah, it would have been a little cold, but your belly would have been full. I'm just telling you how to do. I would have went to the Army Supply surplus store and got me a box of MREs. That's 30 days of food. $30. You had a $40, but you just wanted to kill people. So don't make that you not having food was the reason that you did. But y'all, I enjoyed the 2-part series. Yesterday, I was supposed to get y'all some Uno Does the Internet, but my daughter had me blinked out. But yeah, we back tonight. Let's meet 9:15. And if you want to be into the DaOnes Detective Agency group chat on Facebook, they don't have that availability on YouTube. So we're gonna link up on Facebook. Just let me know. I know I got a couple of you ladies that said y'all were down. I'll make that when we get off. I just want to say thank you for just rocking out with me. Thank you for making every morning great. Thank you for being you. If you don't listen to hear anything else that I say in any of these podcasts, man, be thankful. Be thankful for the people that's in your life. Be thankful for your family. They may be dysfunctional. They may not live up to the standards that you have for yourself, but they're on their journey with God too. And who the hell are you to judge? Be thankful. These people were put in your life for a reason. God put you in this family for a reason. The same grace that you show the people in the streets, the same grace that you show these sorry ass men, the same grace that you show these trifling ass women, show that to your cousin, show that to your auntie, show that to your uncle. Now, if they out here being some molesters and shit like that, you don't owe them no grace. But if you just disagree because she ain't show up for your birthday party, I love y'all. I'll see y'all tonight for sure. Tap in with my boy Tay. Follow. Hit the notification bell. Tap in with my girl Modesty. Follow. Hit the notification bell. Tap in with my boy Boss Blake on GFT. Grown Folks Talk. Notification bell. Subscribe. Holla at me tonight. I love y'all. Peace.
Here this morning, police are looking for a
The owned lead detective agency capable of handling these grotesque and obscene cases. Look no further than the Ones Detective Agency, where evidence does not matter. We lock you up and figure it out later.
Hey, what's up?
The Ones Detective Agency, with your captain, Uno the One.